drivetrain on it. We had 2 engines there. One had very unintelligent gears. The teeth had fallen off, so the next one wouldn't mesh. Luckily, one engine had intelligent gears, and the alternate teeth had fallen off, and with the contact ratio we were running, we just managed to keep going and win.
Yep, they fixed it, and what happened then, Jeff?
I think we went on to win 174 Grand Prix before I decided it was time to move on and look at other things.
And then they decided that maybe if you changed the stroke and put a pump on it, you could use it somewhere else. What happened then?
I think I've won the Indy 500 21 times.
I think one could say that Jeff Goddard knows what he's talking about.
All right, let's talk about lightweight.
That's not important. Surely heavyweight holds you down to the ground and makes your tires grip better.
Really?
Well, wouldn't it?
Isn't that static downforce?
That's static downforce. Yeah, why go to all this aerodynamic stuff when you got static downforce?
What am I thinking about?
So that old bugger Isaac Newton was wrong.
They haven't repealed the laws of physics?
Oh no.
We got to worry about weight.
Yeah.
Okay. Weight. How many of you actually calculate the weight of every part of your car? Every part.
Go away and order.
Every part. I don't see all the hands up. How come? The successful teams audit the weight of every single part on their car.
Right down to the washers.
You need to be down to a competitive weight. In the United States, we generally agree that a car that's over 500 pounds will not advance to design finals. That's what, about 220 kilograms? If you are below 220 kilos, you need to get there. Somehow, some way. Figure it out. There are lots of other teams here that have figured it out. You need to get lighter. Your car will perform much better if it's lighter.
Everything your car does is accelerating in one plane or another. You're either accelerating forward or negative acceleration, deceleration, stopping, or lateral acceleration as you go around corners. Everything your car does is acceleration, and accelerating mass takes energy. Isn't that what Newton was talking about? F equals ma or something. Anybody heard that? F equals ma? And you're accelerating in every plane. If you can reduce the mass and retain the force, you get more acceleration. Trick is, there's no trick. Remember we told you that.
The trick is there's no trick. Now, how many of you like single-cylinder cars? How many of you like 4-cylinder cars? Okay, what wins this competition? Horsepower or handling? Handling? Horsepower? Oh, thank you. The handling hands win. It is a handling competition, isn't it? You rarely get over, how fast here? 60, 70 kilometers an hour? Are you going fast enough at 60 or 70 kilometers an hour for a very extended period of time to justify the aerodynamics work that some teams put in? Or are you generally going slower where the aero forces really aren't that big and it's very difficult to generate good effective downforce? The answer is,
I was going to say, isn't there another one of those laws of physics, which is the square law? You know,
the square law.
Yeah.
That's the opposite of the round law?
No. That's the one that says twice the speed, 4 times the download.
Oh, yeah.
Twice the speed, 4 times the drag. 3 times the speed, 9 times the drag.
Exactly.
Let me tell you another little secret. If a team does come up with a really, really effective download car, like an aerodynamic car, and they start to go around the track at speeds that we see as being maybe a little dangerous, guess what we're going to do? We're going to move the cones out and slow you down. So all that aerodynamic work went for
Nothing. We're not saying that we don't like seeing aero work. What we are saying is that you need to take a good hard look at what this competition is. You need to build the most useful tool that wins this competition. This competition is a handling competition. It's not a high-speed event. It's not a Grand Prix.
I read one report this year that said we're not building a car for Formula Student, we're building it for the proper Hockenheim track. It was too big, too heavy, too long. Not much point coming here to Formula Student, it wouldn't fit between the cones.
They said
we couldn't even get it upstairs to design and judging.
They said we refuse to compromise the design. That's the words they used.
That's right.
What's that saying about guns and knives?
You don't bring a knife to a gunfight.
You heard that saying? Horses for courses and all that.
Yeah, in looking at the basic physics, as you say, you can't change the laws. Power-weight ratio is important. Now, occasionally you do think you've come across a new thing in physics. It's usually wrong. I've got an example. I live upstairs. If somebody brings me a new computer, they can carry it easily downstairs. By the time they get up to my office, it's heavy. This proves that gravity in my building gets heavier the further up you go. It can't possibly be due to some wimp carrying a computer, can it? So when you think you've found a new thing like that, just think again, it's probably wrong.
Most assuredly wrong. Most assuredly wrong. That on Newton was not wrong. Questions? You're for it? Go right ahead.
The innovation issue. This year we think we've gone for many innovative solutions, but there are teams in this design event which got a higher score. How important is innovation?
I'd like you to tell me what you think innovation is.
Yeah, some solutions which are new and we think they're useful for...
Not good enough.
Yeah, right, okay, so tell me what is innovation?
Solutions which are new and better. Not the same or not usable, better. Innovation is when you come up with a new solution to make the product better. Just making the car different is most assuredly not making it innovative. That's not innovation. Very seldom that we see something innovative, but we did see something innovative this time.
Yeah, we did indeed this weekend.
Yep, it's not often that we see innovation here. We see change for change's sake, and people do weird, wonderful things that they think might be better, but wasn't. Any team here from Delft? Anybody here from Delft? Yeah. What about your artificial muscle thing?
You want to describe your artificial muscle? Anybody? Come on. All right, they're bashful. I'll describe it for you.
Down there, that'll go with that. Down here.
Where's he at?
Let them take, they've done something innovative and clever, and let them take the kudos.
So what's the question?
Tell us about your... Where's the 500 euros you're going to give me? No, tell us about your artificial muscle.
Okay, so yeah, we've got this artificial muscle. It's actually contracting when we're putting an air in. We're using an 8-bar system. Just like your muscle, it just blows up, thereby contracts. And via PID controller we're using, we can control our clutch.
Okay, you might think, Mark, why would you do that? We regularly see cars with 3 pedals. Okay? There's a pedal on the floor for the clutch, and we say to the team, why would you do this? Because when you put 3 pedals in the car, there's a car over here with 3 pedals, the end result is that the chassis gets wider by the width of one thumb. Okay? That means the wishbone points move out, the wheels move out, and as a result the car grows. So I think it's fairly safe to say that the majority of design judges on chassis prefer to see a 2-pedal car because a 3-pedal car introduces compromises. Now, when you ask the teams why they built a 3-pedal car, they will tell you one of 2 things. Firstly, the drivers couldn't drive a 2-pedal car, can't brake with a left foot. To that I say, nonsense. There's got to be an indoor go-kart track close to everybody. Take your drivers out and teach them how to drive with 2 feet. The second thing I'll say to you is the action of the clutch was too heavy. We couldn't make it work. Now, I'll kind of partially accept that, but not fully. And the reason I won't fully accept it is because you're all using motorcycle engines. What works the clutch on a motorbike? Your hand does. Okay, there is a leverage issue. Maybe you can't get a big enough lever into it or whatever. Delft decided to approach this by having some artificial muscle in the car. Muscle